I'm going to be much shorter this year, or try to. Excited about the 3 guys that I have here with me today during spring practice, and excited to see what he's going to do. Couldn't be more excited. We're excited to get to work with. We're excited about getting started. Excited about where things are. In closing, ton of excitement. Couldn't be more excited. Excited. Yeah, excited. That's exciting. Excited about having OU and Texas in this awesome conference.
I don't know about you, JP, but I'm excited.
I'm excited
about
too.
College football. And I know head coach from South Carolina, Shane Beamer, he's excited about the upcoming season. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time. Hey, 3rd time's the charm, because I think we've tried to get you on the show a couple times. 2nd time we had a fire, so I'm glad it finally worked out. Thanks for joining us.
It was meant to be. Appreciate you guys having me on, and definitely excited to join you.
All right, well, we know, media day, some weird things come out of it. And yes, we have our montage here. And you tied with Jimbo Fisher for using the word excited the most times there at media day. So how can we break the tiebreaker here between you and Jimbo on who's really the most excited about this upcoming season?
Yeah, well, I've got to be better. When I worked here for Steve Spurrier for 4 years, and he used to always tell the coaches, like, use words that aren't used all the time. Like, excited's too easy, so I'm going to have to find better words. And then in regards to that, certainly if we're able to win our first game and win games this year, I'll shatter that record for the word excited as often as I can. So let's win games. I'll definitely be excited, and I'm sure I'll be using it.
All right, let's gauge your excitement for Spencer Rattler. Your quarterback is going to be his 2nd year on campus there at South Carolina. What improvements have you seen from him over year 1 to now?
I think off the field, or really on the field and off the field, the leadership part of it. He came in last year, new player, was a leader. He was voted as a captain last season by his teammates at the end of the season. So he certainly had their respect, but I've seen him since he came back in January really grow in that leadership role. So that's one thing. And then, on the field, I think it's a little bit more of a comfort level with what we're doing offensively. We have a new offensive coordinator, but there's a lot of carryover from last season as far as how we call things and what we're doing. So I think there's more of a confidence in him being able to operate our offense efficiently, and then growth in a leadership role as well.
Listen, Antwain Wells Jr., he returns after catching 68 balls just a season ago. So how would you describe the expectations set for him coming into the fall?
Yeah, it's high. Juice came in, transferred from James Madison after the 21 season, and ended the year as an all-conference receiver. So he has high expectations for himself. Him coming back along with Spencer were 2 big-time returnees for us that decided to come back and not enter the NFL. We're excited about Juice, but we're really excited about the guys around Juice. There's a lot of other receivers that we're really excited about. There, I did it again. Really confident about. And looking forward to watching those guys perform this year as well around Juice.
All right, Coach, you pulled off 2 massive upsets toward the end of the year last year. Number 5, Tennessee, you beat them by 25, and then you beat Clemson by 1. Now, we know it takes a little bit more than just luck to pull off a couple of upsets like that in back-to-back weeks. What did you see from your team and how they get it done?
Yeah, it starts with our foundation, and people talk about culture and use that word all the time, but you don't come back from the performance we had against Florida when we lost 38-6. You don't come back from that the very next week and do what we did against Tennessee and Clemson unless you have the right kind of people in your program and a really, really, really strong culture. And that was evident in those 2 weeks, without a doubt. We had great belief all along. We did not play well, certainly the week before the Tennessee game against Florida. Give Florida a lot of credit for that. But the confidence within our team never wavered. And from playing football, like, you're going to have days like that. And we weren't as bad as we looked against Florida. And we knew that as a team. And we really had great confidence going into the Tennessee game. And then certainly when you play a home game in Williams-Brice Stadium on a Saturday night, I mean, it's as electric an environment as anywhere in the country. So it's hard not to be motivated to play. And our crowd made it really tough on Tennessee that night. And our team played really well.
All right, Coach, you had the duties of special team coordinator when you were early on at South Carolina, and then at Georgia as you were rising up the ranks of coaching. And I personally believe that coaching special teams, you have a unique perspective on roster management and personnel, probably situational football that's different than being an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. How has that perspective helped you now that you're running your own program?
No, it's a great point and so true. I've said it before and I mean it, like being a special teams coordinator prepared me better to be a head coach than anything, than if I had been an offensive coordinator, or defensive coordinator. Just because you can call an offense, a play, or have a good defensive mind doesn't necessarily prepare you to be a head coach. But being a special teams coordinator prepares you in so many ways. I mean, you know this. The special teams coordinator, other than the head coach, you're the only person that gets in front of the entire team and talks, because you got to have a relationship with the entire team. And you got to develop relationships with every player on the team. And you got to be cognizant of roster management. You got to be cognizant of reps and how many plays a guy's playing on offense or defense, along with special teams, and just how being involved in all phases plus offense, defense. I mean, it's just so many things that coaching special teams helped me with in preparing for the role that I'm in right now. And so fortunate that that's the path that I took.
Now, your father, Frank Beamer, was a legendary coach, coined the term Beamer ball. I know special teams was a big part of his philosophy. What did you learn from that philosophy that you implement within your program?
Just the mindset that no matter who's on the field, offense, defense, special teams, you have an attacking mindset and you have the ability to score points. In 2 seasons, I think we've scored something like 9 non-offensive touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to be attacking, and special teams for us is not a playoff and just get through the play and get back to offense, defense. Like, we want to attack, we want to make plays defensively. We've been very opportunistic. We've nobody in the SEC has created more turnovers over the last 2 years than we have defensively. So we've got to continue to do that. So that's what it means. Everybody thinks of special teams, and rightfully so. But for us, it's all 3 phases: attacking and trying to score points and impact the game.
Coach, let's talk a little recruiting here, because we know the videos that you guys are posting on your social media page, those are really helping, or at least we think they are, because those are hilarious, by the way. But South Carolina, that you guys have a Waffle House and a Bojangles closer to the stadium than any other school in the country. So, I mean, that has to be a huge part of getting recruits to come to South Carolina, right?
Yeah, heck yeah. And then it really challenges us as coaches, because we try and feed them well here in this building, but then they can leave this building and go across the street to the Bojangles and the Waffle House. But absolutely, I was FaceTiming with a high school recruit the other night, and he was actually leaving Bojangles when I was talking to him. So I was able to make talk about, you know what, here at our place, Bojangles is literally right across the street from our football facility. So any recruiting tool we can use to help us get great players, we're going to, and those are 2 good ones.
I'm curious, if you have to choose one, where are you going, Bojangles or Waffle House? There's no wrong answer here.
I can't make one mad or whatnot. I really do enjoy both. We got during the season where every Friday morning for breakfast, I would take my children to breakfast before I dropped them off at school, and we would always go to Waffle House. But then certainly love, going to Bojangles more from a lunchtime or potential dinner time spot. So I enjoy them both.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm big on both of them. It's hard being up here in the north, though. We don't get any of that. So we got to make a trip down there to see you so we can definitely eat well. But that's the head coach of South Carolina, Shane Beamer. We appreciate your time here on the Rally.
Yeah, thank you guys. Y'all come see us in Columbia. Go Gamecocks.